Okay. Well, I guess we are live, but it's Tuesday instead of Monday, Guy, and we're still talking sprint planning here, but on a short, consolidated week. And I think, guys, if you're watching this, whether it's replay or live, this happens every now and then, right? We are here. We're a little bit after our 10 a.m. start time that we usually do on Monday, and it's just fitting it in a consolidated week. If you had an opportunity to take Labor Day and spend it pouring into yourself, congratulations. I hope you refilled, and skilled yourself, and you're ready to go. Maybe spent time with loved ones and family members, did projects around the house, and now it's time to get back to work or working on making forward progress towards our goals. So, Guy, we do the same thing we typically do, but we're doing it over 4 days versus 5 days. And for me personally, it feels like I'm getting ready to take a trip, like I'm trying to cram everything in because I got one less day. And I know a lot of people who are watching this might be feeling sort of the same, but no different. We're going to work through our plan. We're going to get everything allocated and spread across those fewer days, and we're going to start chipping away at our win list items. And this is your reminder to do the same thing if you did not do it on Sunday or Monday because of the holiday.
Right. I mean, better late than never, right? Especially from the time frame that we were just on a meeting. It ran long, a great meeting from the standpoint of being able to advance what Shuffle is going to be to everybody in the Elify ecosystem that we're working towards. A lot of you may have heard us talk about this over the last few Fridays with the founders. But getting into our sprint planning, just like you're saying, we have a condensed week. What can I get done this week? Ultimately, what can I get done today? You know, take the concept of what you do today will set you up for what you can do tomorrow. Yep. So within Elify, what can I do today? Well, I can send a card. Yep. What will that set me up to do tomorrow? Potentially do a follow-up, have a personal outreach, do those different types of things. If I sent a card, had a personal outreach, did some follow-up, and working towards closing some potential business, either within the affiliate group or whatever opportunities, products, services you have to offer. If you don't do anything today, you're just inevitably delaying it to potentially do it tomorrow. We talked about it on a sprint planning a few weeks ago, is if you delay by a day or two, and that happens every week, and then you get to the end of your year, you've delayed by 2, 3, 4 months of what your business could have done. And so we really want to emphasize, you know, if you've got available time, pour into yourself, just like ER says, refill, refresh, replenish, do whatever that is. Take an opportunity to advance yourself, take an opportunity to advance your business. And it's by being in an actionary state. Is actionary even a word? Taking action to make sure that you want to advance your agenda. There's so many people that I think in today's day and age with technology, it's all about perspective. And it really falls into social media. There's so many people out here. We've talked about it from big time marketers who give you a perspective of life is phenomenal. You know, we're living the jet set lifestyle. We're doing all these things, but I almost imagine it as you see people on Instagram and you see the filters that they're throwing in, and it's a perspective, because then when you meet them in real life, they're totally different than what they look like. And I think business happens the same way. Like put a facade up and say, this is what's happening. But when you pull the curtains back, maybe that business isn't as productive or as efficient or as successful as some people may try to put their perspective out to other people. So that's where we're always saying, I guess it goes back to work. Put in some time, dedicate some time each and every day to advance your business, and don't put a facade up. Like be true to yourself. Do actionable items, do work elements, do money generating action items to move your business to tomorrow. Because you can only do what you can do today. And if you don't do anything, then you have to do it tomorrow.
I agree with you, Guy. And I think for this week, for the consolidated week, we talk about it every week when we go through sprint planning, but it's like, what are my win list items? If you've gone with any of the training, what's important right now? And what am I going to do over the next 4 days that are going to help me make that forward progress? What type of work and activity am I going to be putting in? And then, Guy, to your point, because we're on a consolidated week and we really need to be laser focused on those win list items, once you have your plan for the next 4 days listed out, only focus on today and only focus on getting those items done today and when you're going to fit in and get that. If this is part of your side hustle, am I going to carve out an hour this afternoon, at lunch, tonight? When am I going to get these items done today and to make that forward progress? Guy, to your point, otherwise you're not setting yourself up for tomorrow. And when I think about that whole process, especially when we've got a plan and we're running and gunning a little bit, I'm actually ending each day setting myself up for the next day. I'm reviewing, did I get everything done today? Or do I need to move one of the items from today to tomorrow? Or did I get more than I could get done and I can actually grab something from tomorrow and get it done today? Man, there's nothing that feels better than getting everything done that you thought you'd get done and getting a little bit extra done as well. But on these consolidated weeks, we're just trying to get everything done. The last little thing is set yourself up for tomorrow at the end of every day. And I thought about this, and I mentioned it, I think, on Friday with the founders when we were getting ready for bedtime with the kids, and we were already laying out our outfits and everything for the next day so that when we get up in the morning, we're already going straight into that morning routine and everything's already pre-done. Think about that for your own case. What can I do at the end of the day? Is it reviewing my plan for tomorrow and making sure, all right, I'm ready when I get up and allocate that time to go after and attack those items so that I can check them off? Guy, I really love the point that you made, and I don't think it can be overstressed, is if you're not living your authentic self, if you're putting up that facade, if you're saying I'm going to get the work done but not doing it, or maybe missing out on that hour or two a week that you could be getting done, all you're doing is delaying where you want to get to. And I hate to see that, right? You want to actually make progress faster and not put it off. And if you do that consistently over time, and on the converse, Edwin would call it being relentlessly consistent on our action items. If you do the opposite, if you're relentlessly consistent about not getting stuff done or wasting time, all you're doing is going to amass that. And 6 months from now, you're going to be 3 months, less far as you would have been. And I think that's something that we can all lean in today and say, well, then what can I get done? And if some time opens up in between things, maybe that's the time I fit a phone call in, or I pull up my list of contacts. Who do I need to follow up with? Or who was I going to share stuff out to? And you just sort of chip it away throughout life. That's one of the beauties of Shuffle and everything, is you can really just fit it in, and you don't have to say, okay, I'm only going to do it here. It's whenever I've got time available, I can quickly jump on, make a follow-up, send something out, really track everything. So with that being said, Guy,
I wanted to add to that, just a few little different concepts. It really is you reap what you sow, right? From my background where I grew up, farming, ranch, and community, what you put in today on your crops, on your agricultural, whatever your business is going to be the result of what happens tomorrow. If you don't get the corn planted, the wheat planted at a certain period of time, if you don't water it, you're going to have a subpar crop when it comes to the end. Also, I think, seeing people jump on and jump off and people watching replays, a lot of times the concepts that we're saying are exactly concepts that other people are talking about. So are we coming up with new ideas? You already know, no, we're not. I even think about some of these big thought leaders and gurus in neurolinguistic type things. They're putting it in a way that it sounds, like they came up with a concept. Well, more often than not, you already know it. You already know the action steps to take. When in one of my past lives as a coach, I would be telling kids, after each practice, we'd have a conversation how the day went, and make sure you end every day, every practice, and being a good person. And then having a parent come over and saying, I've told my kid that for their whole life, and it finally resonated when you say it. So I think it also comes down to, you may have heard it from hundreds of different people. And if it resonates and it sticks with us, great. Maybe you need to listen to someone else and they'll probably tell you the exact same thing. Just set a plan up, have actionable items, tick them off, move forward in whatever your agenda is that you're trying to get done, and know that action and work is going to be what's going to get you there. Complacency, laziness, and hey, we're not saying anyone is. I would even say in my life, I've been complacent and lazy in different elements.
Sure,
but I know that I'm probably a big time procrastinator, if a lot of you know, but I get it done. But if I were to take a lot of items earlier in life, there would be advancements in some of those projects and different things that we did. It got to that point. But just knowing what I've experienced then to what I can bring into just my personal daily life, it's really helped me. I think it's helped ER with his own personal achievements and things that we're working on to just make sure you take those steps. And that's sort of what I just have for today, this week. Have your action steps, see what you can get done today, see if that advances you to tomorrow. Don't say, okay, I had a great day, and then tomorrow take a step back. Keep advancing forward, and you will achieve a lot of things. You can do a heck of a lot more than you can do. I think it also goes to another concept. I guess we're on concepts. Is don't compare yourself to somebody else. I saw this quote the other day. Don't compare yourself to someone else, because then you put limitations on yourself on what you can do. You can do more than that. So that's what I have for this week, sprint planning, and hope everyone has a great week. ER, I'll throw it back to you. We can close this out. Everyone can get to their action steps. Close the week out.
Let's wrap this thing up. Guys, it's a short week. You know, Guy, you said it best. We all have things that we need to do. You may have heard this from other people before. The concept is simple. That's why you hear the same thing. The concept is logical, but it's not easy. At the end of the day, it requires work. It requires activity. And here's the reality. As much as Guy and I do these activities and would love to do them for you, we can't. You're the one who has to do the action. You're the one who has to put in the work, to put in the labor of work to get forward progress done. It's no different in all areas of the wheel of life that you might be working on. You have to put in the work. So that's all we come on here and remind you, every Monday, or in this case, Tuesday, for 15 minutes. We sit here and we encourage you to make a plan and then do the work to get the plan done. And that's the concept. Everybody else is going to tell you the exact same concept. And our goal is hopefully it clicks for you today, tomorrow. And the benefit is every day is a new day to restart, reset, and get going. So you don't need to wait till next Monday, or you don't need to wait until the first of the month or the first of the year to get going. And to Guy's point, all of us are human. We're going to fall. We're going to procrastinate. We're going to stumble. But we're going to get up. We're going to dust ourselves off. And we're going to refocus and get back into activity. And if we win more than we lose, at the end of the day, we're going to be positive. And that's how simple it is. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the work. So here is the challenge for everybody on here. Make your plan for the week, right? The next 4 days. Focus on today. And at the end of the day, setting yourself up for tomorrow, and put in the work this week. Okay? Just put in the work and look at what the results are of putting in that work. So from Guy and I here at Elify, we want to wish you an amazing short week. We'll see you on some of the other live calls and events. I know we already had our Q&A earlier today with Kathy, but we do have the business training tomorrow evening. And we look forward to seeing everybody on live call collectively as a group, the Elify Nation, on our Friday with the Founders call. So from Guy and I here at Elify, thanks and have a great week. We'll talk to everybody soon. Take care, everybody.